Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel where we simplify complex financial concepts. In today's video, we are diving into the acceptance of complying demands, payments, and reduction of demand guarantee under uniform rules for demand guarantees. If you deal with bank guarantee, this is crucial information. So, stay tuned. Before we get into the details, let's briefly understand what a demand guarantee is. A demand guarantee is a commitment made by the guarantor, usually a bank, to pay a specified amount to beneficiary upon their demand, provided that the terms of the guarantees are met. Unlike traditional guarantees, demand guarantees do not require proof of breach of contract. The beneficiaries simply need to present a complying demand. Now, let's discuss how payment works when demand is made under guarantee. According to URDG758, specifically Sub-Article 20b, when a guarantor determines that the demand is complying, it must pay. This is the guarantor's primary obligation under the demand guarantee, but payment involves more than just transferring money. There are three key aspects we need to consider: the place for payment, the currency of payment, and the reduction of the guarantee amount after payment. Place for payment. URDG 758 sub-article 20C deals with this. First, let's look at the place of payment. Payment must be made at the location specified in the guarantee. If no place is mentioned, then according to URDG 758 sub-article 20C, payment must be made at the branch or office of the guarantor that issued the demand guarantee. If an unexpected event, such as force majeure, prevents payment at a location, the guarantor is not obligated to pay anywhere else. This means the place of payment is strictly defined and cannot be altered based on external circumstances. Next, we have the currency of payment. The guarantor must pay the currency specified in the guarantee. But what happened if payment in the currency become impossible? URDG 758 Article 21 outlines two exceptions to this rule. First one, force majeure. Sub-article 21b says, if the guarantor cannot make payment in a specified currency due to an impediment beyond its control, it must pay in the currency of the place of payment. Now, Sub-article 21b second deals with legal restrictions. If the local law prohibits payment in a specified currency, the guarantor must also pay in the local currency, even if the guarantee states that the payment must be made in another currency. In such cases, the guarantor must pay according to the applicable exchange rate at the time payment is due. If there is a delay in payment, the beneficiary can request payment at the exchange rate that was valid when payment was originally due or at the time of actual payment, whichever is more favorable. Now, reduction of the guarantee amount. Now let's talk about how the guarantee amount is reduced after payment. Every time the guarantor pays a demand, the amount available under the guarantee is reduced by the payment amount. For example, if the maximum sum payable under the guarantee is 1 million and the guarantor pays a demand of 600,000, for the remaining balance is 400,000. This principle is confirmed by URDG 758 sub-article 25a, which states that the amount payable under the guarantee is reduced by: first one, any amount paid under the guarantee; second, a variation of the guarantee amount as per Article 13; and a partial release from liability signed by the beneficiary. In simple terms, unless the guarantee explicitly states otherwise, the beneficiary has no right to have the maximum amount reinstated once part of it has been paid. Now, what happens when the guarantee reaches its limit? A demand guarantee can terminate before its expiry date if the full amount has been paid out. which means there is no balance. And the beneficiary provides a signed release from liability under the guarantee. For example, if the guarantee is worth 1 million and the guarantor pays a 1 million demand, the guarantee is terminated. Similarly, if the beneficiary provides a signed release confirming they no longer require the guarantee, then it comes to an end. If the guarantee does not specify an expiry date or an expiry event, URDG 758 states that it will be automatically terminated 3 years from the date of issue. Now, what if a demand guarantee does not follow any specific rules? A guarantee not subject to URDG 758 or any other set of rules will usually lack clear provisions for payment, reduction, and transmission of information. This can create legal uncertainty. The applicable law governing the guarantee may provide some guidance, but it is often not detailed enough. When it comes to standby letters of credit, which are governed by ISP 98, payment follows slightly different rules. Under ISP 98 Rule 2.01, the issuer must honor a complaint demand within the time frame provided in the standby letter of credit. Payment must be made in the designated currency within the notice period of honor. Now let's see the best practices for payment. International standard practices in demand guarantee requires that payment of complaint demand must be made without delay. ISDGP-K recommends that payment should be completed within 3 business days following the determination that the demand is complaint. However, informing the instructing party or counter guarantor about the demand should not delay the payment. Regardless of any agreement between the instructing party and the guarantor, once a demand is found to be complaint, payment must be made without delay. Another key point is set off. The guarantor cannot use the applicant's debt to refuse payment to the beneficiary. The only exception is if beneficiary owes money directly to the guarantor, in which case set off may be possible unless otherwise agreed in the guarantee. So, that wraps up our discussion on the payment and reduction of demand guarantees under URDG 758. To summarize, payment must be made promptly in the designated place and currency, unless exceptions apply. The available amount under guarantee reduces with each payment, and once the full amount is exhausted, the guarantee terminates. It is crucial to understand these principles to ensure smooth execution of guarantees in international trade finance. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insights into financial regulations and trade finance. Also, drop your questions in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. See you in the next video. Till then, take care.